Okay, I'm Josh Bass, president of the Currituck Chamber, here with Scott from Currituck House, Assisted Living and Memory Care here in Moyock. Thanks, Scott, for being with us today.
Pleasure to be here. Thank you, Josh.
So one of the first things I know families are concerned about with COVID right now is safety in these facilities. So Scott, tell us what y'all are doing to address COVID and those concerns right now.
So thank you for the question. I think when you realize that a community has a very vulnerable population, the key is understanding how to mitigate that. And we as an organization, through our sister communities and what have you, have experienced that. And so we're able to help mitigate how that ends up playing itself out. I would say that we're safer now than we were maybe 6 months ago. And as a result, I think that families can feel very good about the fact that we as a community, even though we've had a bout of COVID, we are open in both our assisted living and memory care to accept new residents at this time.
All right, thank you. Scott, one thing that families are always concerned about with this is the affordability. What is the best way for them to contact you if there are questions about affordability, and what would you tell people that are curious about that?
So the first thing I'll do is just offer my number, which is area code 707-775-5404, 707-775-5404. I'm the admissions director for Currituck House. I would tell you that there are three basic buckets, if you will, that families could look at in terms of overall affordability. And of course, there's details behind this, but the first is private pay. The secondary source that we accept is long-term care insurance. And then the third is Medicaid. And Medicaid would come with special assistance, but those are the three areas that we accept. And so even if a family starts out with private pay, there are ways to transition that. And those are the things that I could discuss with them further.
Right. And Scott, next question. I know you all offer both the assisted living and the memory care there at Currituck House. Talk a little bit about those differences. And then what is it like with a family that's transitioning from living, with a parent or loved one that's living on their own, going into a facility like Currituck House?
So I want to talk about not end of life, as I think a lot of families think about, which is, oh Lord, we're putting them in there and now they're going to die. And that's not the case. We've got families and family members who have lived with us for 6, 7, 8 years. And so it's about a quality of life that they weren't experiencing at home, that they were very isolated, that their nutrition was down, their medication management was not sufficient. Their dressing, their showering, their overall health and well-being, that's what we provide. And we want to promote that independence for each and every resident of our communities so that they feel like they still have purpose in life. And that's what we're here for. And it's exciting to get to know them and to embrace their history and their past, and to make it a part of how we gear our activities and that socialization moving forward.
Again, Scott, I know we have a brief time with you today. So for people who have additional questions, what is the best way in to get up with you if people have more questions?
So you could either follow us up through Facebook or our website, which you'll find in both places, or simply just call me at area code 707-775-5404, 707-775-5404.
All right, Scott, thank you so much for being with us today and telling us more about Currituck House.
Thanks, Josh. We appreciate it. And we appreciate the members of the chamber that have been so impactful as it's related to support of our heroes. Thank you.
Thank you. For your questions, call Scott at Currituck House and learn more. Thank you.